Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Jedi Knights Watch. My name is Graham, and today we have a very special Hot Toys unboxing and review for you. It is finishing off the Bad Batch temporarily until tech comes. It is Crosshair, the very hard to find Crosshair. This thing is not on eBay. It's not in any stores. I can't believe it. It's the anomaly of the Bad Batch where it's gone and everything else is still sitting. So it's very, very odd, but I was able to get mine from Hawk Wars Toys. Good friend Ray of the channel, he hunted one down for me and I was able to pick this guy up. Couldn't be happier, so thank you very much, Ray, for helping me out. Taking a look at the art box, it is the typical Star Wars cover with a image of the figure on the front, and then we do have that cigar band orange color on the bottom just to give it a little bit more life as well. We have an image of Crosshair with his helmet off, and then this is going to be TMS 087, and then on the side we also have another image of the figure kind of in action, and he looks great. So without further ado, let's get this box on the table and see what's inside. Here you can see one more look. We have the warnings and the legal language on the back. We're going to slip this cover off, and inside I really like this art print here. It's got a very cool image of Crosshair in action with a little bit of a silhouette in the back. Just a lot of action going on. I dig that a lot. I wish I could be a little bit more creative with like actually utilizing like those prints, but I just don't have the wall space or the time to get that done. But once we take the clamshell off, we can see our figure and everything that comes in the clamshell. Comes with a lot of accessories. We can do a lot of cool things, it looks like, with his sniper rifle, so I'm interested to check that out. Let's get the figure out of the box and take a look at the base and the accessories that come with our Crosshair. And we do have this tray on the top too of the hands. I'm not sure how I feel about this, if this is enough of an amount of hands for me, or if I would have liked to seen more. We at least have both left and right trigger hands, so he can hold his pistol and his rifle, and you can swap either sides there. And then a couple of gesturing hands here. They are just going to be gloved hands with the armor plate on top there too. Going to the base, it is the typical Star Wars, kind of like the Death Star flooring type base, but it is going to be more of like a tannish color, and it does match the rest of the Bad Batch, so I'm perfectly comfortable with that. And it comes with the normal crotch grabber too, and then the sticker that you can put on too. We saw this with Wrecker and the other figures as well. It's got more of a texture to it, a grit to it, and it's got the Crosshair on the front, and it says the Bad Batch. I kind of like these. I just don't think I'm going to use them because I don't want to permanently change this. But let's take a look at what else we have inside the clamshell. We'll start with the backpack. And this is cool. Again, it's going to be magnetic, and the gun, or the rifle, should be magnetic too. It can sit right in there. And you see it's got this little like cutout on the foam here, because Crosshair does have like a strap that goes on his back, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, but it's so it kind of fits in and the magnet kind of adheres well. And it holds good enough, so no issues there. And then, of course, we do have his blaster pistol as well. Very well done. It's got a nice dry brushing to it just to give it a little bit extra detail. And we do have his detonators as well. And then we get to the head sculpt of Crosshair. This looks really, really good. I love the hairline here and just the color of the hair and how it kind of blends in. Very nice. It's somewhat got that Tamara Morrison look, but it does look more like Crosshair. You got the little hole for the toothpick, which is extremely small. You do get two of them with the wrist pegs. I am very, very nervous about using these just because I know I'm going to lose them, but it kind of sucks. It's nice you can use the toothpick, but you got that hole in the mouth there. It just doesn't look right, so you almost have to use the toothpick or don't use the head sculpt at all. And then we do have the rifle here and a bunch of different accessories that can kind of plug and play. You can put the scope on if you please, and you can just add the different pieces to it and make this into like more of like an assault rifle or the sniper rifle. So this little piece just pops out, and then you can put the barrel in. It just kind of pegs in. It's keyed in. So there you have it. You've just changed the entire look of the gun itself, and I like that a lot. It's pretty cool. But just make sure you don't lose like these small pieces that come with it. This keyed part here, definitely put that somewhere safe along with those toothpicks so you don't lose them. And when we get our figure out onto the turntable, right out of the box, you can see Crosshair in all his glory. He looks magnificent, just like the rest of the Bad Batch figures. But he does look different. He's definitely got a different body build. He was a lot skinnier in the show. And he's definitely got a different type of suit. He's got a lot of different pieces compared to the rest of the Bad Batch. You can see he's got like this pauldron here. He's got a lot more like straps, and it feels more fragile in hand. So we're going to talk about that in a minute here. The shoulder piece on his left definitely gets caught when I'm kind of handling the figure, so be careful of that. You don't want to snap off that piece that's just hanging out there. And then you can see just the bottom half of the body as well. But once we get him in hand, let's just take a closer look, see how this figure kind of feels in hand. He's good, but again, he feels a lot more delicate, a lot more fragile. The shoulder pieces aren't going to be Velcro. They're actually going to be the elastic straps. I do have concerns about the elastic straps. Over time, they definitely stretch out and become loose. You can fix it by cutting it and then re-gluing it, but it's not something obviously I want to do. This holster here is extremely delicate. Apparently, from what Sideshow said, this belt and the straps are true leather, but they are still very small and fragile, and I just hope it holds up over time. You have his rangefinder here too, which is really nice, but again, another piece that just be careful. You could accidentally knock it and break it off, or it could fall. You know, we've had problems with the Predator figures over time, so I worry like these straps on the back aren't gonna last, but we'll see. You know, we'll see if they stand the test of time. Outside of that, he looks really good. The armor pieces are a bit looser than what the other figures I've gotten have been as well. I'm not sure why, but I know other people have said that too. Again, these knee pads are going to be elastic as well. So the more that you're articulating this figure, the more you're stretching this stuff out, the more it's going to become like loose and kind of sag over time. So just be careful of that. And again, you can kind of see just a loose fitting figure, but it's nice that they float because you can move things and pose him in the poses that you want him to be in, more dynamic. So here we have him with the head sculpt put on, and I like that they have kind of the neck covered in the black outfit as well. And here you can see how small this toothpick is. It is super hard to do this on camera and actually get it to peg in to the mouth, but we're gonna do our best and just show you what it looks like. And here it is. It looks pretty cool, and I'm sure you can do a lot of cool stuff with this. It just makes me super nervous to have that toothpick just dangling there, or, you know, falling out and just losing it into the carpet. It's like my worst fear. So I very carefully just take it back out. And I think for now I'm going to start with the helmet on when I'm posing this figure, but nonetheless, it's really good to have those options. Going over articulation, you know, we're going to have plenty of movement and swivel in the head, a little bit of tilt action up and down as well. And then of course the rangefinder can move, which we showed before. The arms, again, you might just have to move some of the armor, but they go up to about a 90 and then, you know, up to there as well. Not really much restriction at all. It's just the thing has so many floating pieces. You got to move these bicep plates up to kind of get the arm to bend. He can definitely do a 90. You could do more if you can move those gauntlets and arm pieces a little bit more. And then you have normal wrist action there, a little bit of swivel, but again, things are so loose, it's tough to know how much posability we have. Legs go to about there, and then the plate starts hitting the waist as well. And then legs can easily get to a 90, and then you do have like a split cut boot design, so you're going to get plenty of range in the ankles as well. Now let's get him out here with the rest of his brothers, the Bad Batch. We are almost complete, and you can just see a size comparison next to Wrecker, next to Hunter and Echo. I'm super excited to have all of these figures together. Now we're just waiting on tech, and I'm still holding out hope that somehow, some way, Hot Toys will give us an Omega, because to me, she is the glue that holds these guys together. I loved her character. This show has been special to me because I'm able to share it with my 6-year-old daughter because she loves Omega, so she'll sit and watch with me. So it's definitely been something that we've bonded over. So I have special meaning to this new love of Hot Toys line, the Star Wars line, because it's a great show. So I'm glad I gave it another chance. Now let's get him into some poses and talk about some of the things that I like and dislike about the figure. going over the things that I really like, it's kind of the same as like the Wrecker figure that I reviewed, but it's the magnetic backpack. I just love the technology that they're using for this. I also love the sniper rifle, how you can take pieces off, add pieces, you can kind of modify it to how you want it to look, and do just a bunch of different stuff with it. The third thing that I like is just the weathering on the outfit as well, on the armor. It looks really, really good. I love how they've transformed the animated figures into lifelike figures because they fit so well with my other Star Wars characters. Going over some things that I didn't like as much. The first thing would be, it's not that I don't like it, it's just it makes me a little nervous, but the armor is definitely loose, and it could be a good thing because it helps with articulation, but it just makes me a little bit nervous. He's a delicate figure. I also worry about the elastic straps and the small pleather or the leather straps and how they're going to hold up over time, but only time will obviously tell. And the only other thing that I kind of didn't like about the figure was the fact that you have to use the toothpick or you're going to have like that hole in the mouth there for Crosshair's sculpt. So it's kind of use it or use the helmet. So I don't know. It's cool that they did that, but I wish there was a different way that they could have adhered that or put that into the mouth, but it is what it is. So overall, I think this is an amazing figure. I'm so happy to have it, especially since I really couldn't find it anywhere, and the price is just skyrocketing. So again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to Hawk Wars Toys for hooking me up with this figure. If you want to go check him out, I will put a link to his eBay page down below. He'll help you get the figures you need, and he's got some pretty good deals as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.